Alright, so there is a new AI tool from OpenAI that really confuses me. The name of the tool is ChatGPT Translate. You can navigate to chatgpt.com/translate and you'll see a simple web app that looks like this. Now, according to some reports, this is a tool from OpenAI that is trying to compete against Google Translate. Right now, it supports over 50 languages and it has some AI-powered customizations, which is something that I'll explore further in this video. Now, for me, this is a really confusing tool because you can actually just use ChatGPT to translate any document, text, or even images. For example, here I do have a PDF document written in Chinese that talks about solar flares and how it affects the earth. And then I use ChatGPT to translate the PDF document and it is even able to maintain the same format. And then I got this English version. So I would say it's actually pretty good at doing the translation work. So it's really confusing that we have a tool like this. It's just basically similar to ChatGPT, and again, it is AI powered, which I believe it is using the same models from the ChatGPT platform. And what's even more confusing is if you scroll down, and there's a section called How It Works. It says that you can type, paste, speak, or even upload perhaps document that you want to translate, but I don't see any upload button. There is no upload button at all. There is no way you can upload a document. You can only type or paste the text to be translated. So if we go even further, right here it says you can see the translation instantly, but honestly, I don't want to call it instant, and you'll see why. And then later here, you can keep the conversation going. You can ask follow-up questions, refine phrasing, or switch languages all in the same chat. It is almost like it is not describing ChatGPT Translate, it is just describing the regular ChatGPT where you can chat, you can upload documents, and overall it works quite well. So this tool is just promising a lot, but this is still the very basic early version of the app. Now, let's do some tests. Let's compare ChatGPT Translate with Google Translate, because recently Google Translate is also utilizing AI to translate the content. So this is actually a recent upgrade, and I think OpenAI wants to compete against this new innovation from Google. So let me just put these two tabs together so we can compare it side by side. And I guess I'm going to be using the same document again. I'll just copy everything, and then let's try using Google Translate first, so you have a reference of framework about how ChatGPT compares. So let me just paste the content and do not blink, let's count 1 to 3, and you'll see it will finish translating in less than 3 seconds. 1, 2, okay, 3. In just 2 seconds, it is able to translate the whole document, the whole content. Now, unfortunately, I cannot upload the document because I want to make this comparison as fair as possible. We don't have the same feature to upload a document here in ChatGPT. That's very unfortunate. But anyway, let's compare the same thing with ChatGPT. I'll select the language first, which is English. And okay, I'm going to just copy and paste. And again, let's count 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm not going to continue counting, but as you can see, it's not even finished translating the whole content. Now, I believe it is slower because it is using AI models to translate the content. So perhaps the benefit of using that technique is the translation is going to be more cultural sensitive. It's able to understand idiom in different languages or countries, and therefore perhaps the translation is going to be more accurate. And that's actually something that can be confirmed by the 2 people that comments this article. They basically said that, yep, this translation tool is very accurate and it's doing quite a great job at translating the content that were provided. So at least according to this information, ChatGPT Translate seems to be better than Google Translate at the accuracy, but not exactly on the speed. But at the same time, you can also just use Gemini to translate documents or content, and it's just going to be as fast or maybe as accurate as ChatGPT Translate. Now, I would argue that ChatGPT Translate is essentially just a gateway to use Google Translate, just the bridge to help people to enter ChatGPT. Let me show you what I mean. Let me just split them, separate the pages again. Let's focus on ChatGPT Translate. Now it has finished translating the whole content. And by the way, when I tried to click this, it actually wasn't able to produce any audio. So that's another problem, but I believe they're going to fix this problem as soon as possible. So right here, if you look closely, there are some options or prompts that you can use, like you want to make the document or content to be in certain tone or certain formality, you can use these examples. So let's try translate this as if you're explaining it to children. Let me just click this. And there you go. So it just opens ChatGPT. And that's why I said this is just an invitation from OpenAI for other people, probably from people that are actively using Google Translate, to use ChatGPT. So here it is just adding another simple prompt right here, and then I can just send a message and I can get the translation from presumably the same model as the one in ChatGPT Translate. So yeah, that's basically how you can use this new ChatGPT Translate, and a few things and also my opinions about this new AI tool. It is still too early, it's still basic, it's not even close when it comes to features to Google Translate, but I do see the merit of using this tool instead of Google Translate to translate certain type of content. So that's basically it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. I wish you a great day ahead.